you know someone that's gonna be attending school this fall? Or will you be attending school this fall? If that is the case, gun violence. It's not gonna be your only worry. ICE should be added on the list.
We have masked men taking people, abducting people without a warrant, without IDs.
Because normally in New York City, they are out here snatching kids and detaining them. An adult, they might be snatching you and detaining you because your paperwork have to be strict in terms of how immigration wants us to be. What am I saying this? Today in New York City, a 20-year-old student from Guinea was snatched by ICE right after his school year. He is now the third New York City public school student detained this year. And the worst part, he was following the rules. This young man attended Frontier High School in Brooklyn. He showed up to his immigration court appointment in Lower Manhattan. Exactly what the law tells him to do. Yeah, they want you to attend the court. And when you arrive, things happen as it should be. Everything looked pretty good. After the court hearing, the moment this kid stepped out of the court, he was detained. ICE officer was everywhere. They grabbed him, they put handcuffs on him, they detained him. Just imagine a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, in this case a 20-year-old. You just coming out of your court and you just got detained right away. What the first thing go to your mind? In my mind, I was just saying like, I want to make a phone call. My mom, no, my dad or stepdad if you have one. That the first thing will come to your mind. You will just be so confused. You did what the law wants you to do. You appear in court. You plead to the judge. Everything look good. As soon as you put your foot outside, you're not going home. You're going to be detained. How long? You may not know. Things have become so much confused. This fall, things will be so much bad. So much bad this fall. There was no warning. There was no like second chances. There was no like, hey, can I, hug my mom or can I make a phone call or something like that. You couldn't make a phone call. As soon as you step out, handcuff on you and they put you somewhere else. You make a phone call later, but at the moment things is happening, they just want you to be out of there. Very, very scary thing. Very scary. This isn't random. This is becoming a trend in New York City.
Another New York City student detained by ICE while at an immigration hearing. This is now at least the third time a student has been taken into ICE custody. Zadia Maldonado has the response from the Department of Education.
A 20-year-old New York City public school student known as Mokhtar was detained by ICE after attending a routine immigration hearing at Federal Plaza last week, according to city officials. The student attends Brooklyn Frontiers High School in downtown Brooklyn. According to their website, it's a transfer high school, quote, serving students who are overage and undercredited. The Department of Education releasing a statement reading in part, our Project Open Arms team is standing with the student's family, working closely to connect them with legal support and other critical services. To all of our families, please know that our schools are safe, welcoming places, and we remain committed to supporting every student. We encourage you to continue sending your children to school this fall where they are cared for and valued.
Are the kids safe? Are they safe in school? I mean, in a way, they might be safe because if your paperwork, your legal paperwork in the country is not stable enough, they're going to take you away from your classmates. They're going to take you away from your family. They're going to detain you. They're going to keep you away. And possibility, you might be deported. In this case, Guinea, which is on the west coast of Africa. It's not a bad place, but away from your family, people you grew up with, it's not good.
Education officials stressing that same message during a DOE roundtable Wednesday morning.
The city has invested over $120 million in legal services so that immigrant communities can get legal consultations and hear from a legal provider directly. What are your options? What are your risks? What can you do now?
Everywhere we operate, the sanctuary laws prevail and are in place. We've trained, as Commissioner Howard shared, we've trained all of our nonprofit partners, we've trained all of our staff to make sure that we're doing everything that we can, that everybody knows how to protect families, how to get the right information out, and that's consistent across the board.
I'm very happy that they have people aside that will help families like these kind of people, like these kind of lawyers and stuff like that. They have consultation and other things that will help them, Thank God they have something like that. Hopefully, it doesn't cost a lot of money to get one of these lawyers to help you. Because in such a time like this, the kids confused, the family are confused, especially for those that are desperately working 2-3 jobs that don't have the funds to give right away, that barely have emergency savings. This can be very daunting and hurtful to the family. So hopefully they don't charge much, but at least they help this family, And this was not the first trend too. It was also the same thing also happened to another kid in New York City. He was also detained for a long time.
is the moment 19-year-old Derlis Chusin reunited with his family Friday after spending more than a month in ICE detention. His relatives asked we not show their faces for fear of their safety.
He's such a loving, kind, and hardworking kid.
Michelle Koenig is Chusin's English teacher at Grover Cleveland High School in Ridgewood, Queens.
He's the kind of kid that's always smiling, and to think about him being taken like that was truly, the whole community was devastated.
Chusin came to the U.S. from Ecuador last year and was finishing the 11th grade in June when he was taken into custody by federal immigration agents at his asylum hearing in a Manhattan immigration court.
Derlis, like many people who were allowed into the United States legally to seek asylum, and on the day that he went to immigration court to litigate his case, he was detained.
Again, not breaking the law, just as he should be doing to the court. It's a trap. It's a trap. You have to go. It's a immigration want to hear from you. If you don't go, they might build a case against you. Hey, maybe you are illegal in the country. You don't want to come. If you go, it's a trap. So it's not good either way. It's not good either way. And he spent a month in custody, or 11th grader in custody. It's crazy.
Without any notice, without any process, and then separated from his family and moved.
The Trump administration has been routinely arresting immigrants at their court hearings since the spring. It's what also happened to Dylan, another New York student who has been in ICE custody since May. A spokesman for the Department of Homeland Security said Secretary Noem is reversing Biden's catch and release policy that allowed millions of unvetted illegal aliens to be let loose on American streets. This administration is once again implementing the rule of law. Chusin was released on $20,000 bond from a Texas detention facility.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, the regular family don't have that money sitting around like that. They have to go and borrow that money from family. They gotta borrow that money from like a loan shark office, that will charge you crazy rates. You don't pay right away. The interest rate might be way out of the roof, So they don't have that much money weighing down just to spend like that. So it's very critical to to make sure your paperwork is good. Even when your paperwork is good, it's just confusing with this administration, because they're telling to do exactly what the law tells you to do. You're doing it, but somehow it's a trap. They're trapping you. They're trying to detain you for months. They're trying to detain you for months.
His attorneys say now he can continue his asylum case in the courts while living with his family and attending school.
We were able to argue and establish to the court's satisfaction that this boy, who is a student who has no criminal record, who was attending his court hearings, is in fact not a danger to our society, nor is he a flight risk.
When we asked DHS about his case, an official told us if they have a valid credible fear claim, they will continue in immigration proceedings, but if no valid claim is found, aliens will be subject to a swift deportation.
You see that? So as soon as they detain you from that court, it's an automatic possibility that you might be deported. In this case, to Guinea, you might be deported. You never know what can happen. Your family have to come up with some kind of ridiculous amount of money to fight your case tooth and nail. And money is not just laying around like that. You have to, people don't have that much saving like that. You have to borrow money to do some things. You imagine your only kid or your kid is in immigration for months. There was no warning. The immigration didn't warn you. They didn't give you no chance. They didn't call you, hey, your son is being taken today. You want to come and say goodbye? No. They didn't care. They just grab him or grab her. Maybe then take her or take him. Take them to the detention center. And you fought the battle later. Just think about it like being a parent. It is very insane. Here is what I need you to understand. These are kids with dreams, sitting in classroom. One day, locked up in detention the next. They are doing everything right. Going to school, going to court, and ICE is turning that into a trap. If this can happen in New York City, the so-called safe city for immigrants, where is it actually safe? Imagine being 17, 18, or 19 years old, wondering if going to your court date means never coming home again. Just imagine that. I'm going to my court. I may not make it home. Maybe I might make it, but it wouldn't be on American soil. It might be back home where there's no mom, no dad. There's nobody that will pretty much help me grow. I'm going to pretty much the detention to get taken away, to get snatched. Teachers, classmates, and entire communities are living with that fear. And the message is loud and clear. No one is safe, not even students. So, you going to school this fall. You got your kids going to school this fall. Before they even go to school, before you even go to school, make sure your legal document is clean, clean and clean. Yeah, they don't care about if it's clean or not. They're just grabbing people. But at least you should have some kind of proof that I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a permanent resident. I came to the country legally. I got my paper with me. Have something. Don't be guessing. We all will be on the offense. No defense now. Because defense, you might be doing defense in a detention center. Before you know it, you might be doing defense 200 miles away or in another country. 3 students this year. How many more before someone steps in? If you think students should be in school, not in ICE detention, share this story right now. Drop your thoughts below and hit subscribe to keep exploring what really happened in our cities. Subscribe to the channel. Now I'm pretty much gonna give my personal take with this, right? My personal take would be, I pretty much will blame the parents. I will blame the parents. Because if you bring somebody to this country, you have to make sure their paperwork is done. I mean, if ICE is taking you, the parents, away, okay, because you know the risks coming in without no paperwork. But if you bring somebody with you, a younger one that depending on you, and they're being detained just like that, I don't think they should hold them accountable. They should hold you accountable, the parent. Why are you sending them to school when your paperwork is not even strict? It's bad enough that, let's be fair, the taxpayer is paying, for the well-being if you're here illegally, or you don't get you don't have a good standing as a U.S. citizen or maybe as a member of the United States population. But taxes already been taken off towards you to work for your care, for the health care, everything, which is fair. Nobody's complaining about that. But before you put your kid on the street, before you put your kid to school, make sure that paperwork is complete and it's clear. That's fair. America is for everybody. But at least get your documentation straightened out. Don't put the innocent kid on the street or to school and they be like, the result of your poor choice. Coming to America is a good thing. You out here, you put your head down, you make your money. That's it. People are going to discriminate against you. People are not going to like you for certain things. People are going to put you down, whatever it is. But if you have that strong will, put your head down, make your money, and move on. It's very easy here to get intertwined with trouble, to involve with trouble, to get into trouble. Very easy. To get out of it is very, very hard. Especially when it comes to ICE. 20 grand, 30 grand, 40 grand. Just to get legal advice and assistance. People don't have that money laying around. So you are the parent. You have to take that accountability. Do not put your kid on the street when our paperwork is not straightened out. A 20-year-old kid, yeah, he's legal. He's a grown adult. But when you guys come over here, make sure his paperwork is good. Hey, you want to go live on your own? Yeah, it's your permanent resident card. Yeah, it's your citizen thing. Yeah, your legal document in the country, just in case you get pulled over by the police. Just in case you begin to go to school and you get involved with ICE on campus, give them those paperwork, give them this critical documentation that they need. It's not like Biden administration or Obama administration where things are pretty much relaxed and you're not being interrogated, you're not being forced, and people are being much more sympathetic. But this is Trump. He don't care. He don't care about safety. He don't care about you. He just wants you out. He wants you out. And as a parent, you got to take this on the chin right here. You got to take it on the chin. It is you. You responsible. You bring them in, your kid in. You should give them that paperwork. Give them that information that they need to defend themselves. If they are adult, if they're a little kid, make sure that paperwork is straight before you send them to school. Hopefully you have a good fall and you have a good school year this fall. I don't want to. Do not be in the crosshairs of ICE. But when it comes to gun violence, well, you already know you live in America, right? Subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this going. Thank you.